A Wookiee.
They'll follow you.
Bye, Chewie.
Bye, Chewie.
Bye, Ashley.
Go with Mommy.
Just because I said Ashley second doesn't mean the dog's more important. It just happened to happen that way.
Look, I have a pig's ear. Look at it.
A fig's ear?
Pig.
Oh, pig. That makes more sense. Like a Fig Newton?
I'm gonna walk you upstairs, dog.
Gable, where you... Gable's leaving, everyone. This is the open, but Gable's gone.
Alright, come on, dog.
Alright, Gable will be back soon. Hey, welcome, everyone. This is episode number 20 of Breakroom Bullshit. Hello there. Gable will be back shortly. He's putting the dog away and getting beat by his significant other. She's probably hitting him right now. Yeah. So welcome to the show. This is episode number 20, as I said. First thing we're going to do is do some plugging. Oh, no. Death has arrived. Death has arrived.
Alright, come on here.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some plugging here. And the first thing we're going to plug is our YouTube page, which we'll get into that and how much fun that was to fucking do. That was a blast. Our YouTube page, it's...
Alright, hold on, let me get all the cat off me.
Alright. Cat jizz. Oh, Gable's back, everyone.
Dave.
Alright, here we go. Gable's arrived. Alright, so our YouTube page is Breakroom BS.
And it is on fire right now. It is a trending thing on YouTube.
We have hit 3 digits of subscribers. Like, if you take the first and second and third one and put them like one right after each other, we have 3 digits.
Yeah. Three. Subtract that by 92.
3 separate subscribers.
We have 8.
Probably. So it's just Breakroom space BS. Breakroom BS. You can search that and it'll come right up. And that has links to everything. We also have an Instagram now that Gable's running, which is why it's so lame.
Yeah.
It's just Breakroom BS, all one word.
We lucked out on that one. That was a nice, easy grab there.
Yeah.
Good handle.
And the Twitter's still there, at Breakroom BS1.
Unfortunately, we did not get the original regular Breakroom BS on that one.
Yeah. Then we have the old SoundCloud. Breakroom BS is the page. Breakroom Bullshit to stream and download. We're going to have to streamline the plugging, because there's like 50 things we're mentioning here.
Yeah.
Here's what we should do. If you simply go to the YouTube page, there's links for everything on there.
Yeah.
So if you go to the YouTube page, you can click on Instagram, click on Twitter, click on SoundCloud, all that stuff on there.
Yeah, subscribe and listen to some stuff while you're there too.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, and then check on our Instagram. It's fun. Yeah, so there's that. So the YouTube page, that was fun. Bunch of bullshit. That was.
I understand what's happening.
It took a long time to do that fucking thing.
Yeah, you were having trouble with that.
It's pissing me off. Like, okay, so you can't put photos on there unless they're a certain size, which doesn't make any sense. Why? Why?
It doesn't make any sense because you can stream in like 1080p, so why should it make any difference?
It's fucking stupid. Like, I can't put a small photo, whatever. So, I couldn't even put photos on the fucking YouTube page so it wouldn't look stupid. So, that took forever. I had to take photos and take them to some website and up-convert them to make them better quality. Then you get that done, and I'm like, oh, cool. So, now I'm just going to upload our podcast. But you can't have audio files on there.
Dude, there's probably someone listening to us who's like, why'd they do the hard way? They could have done it so much easier if they just did blank. And they know what that blank is, and we don't.
What is it?
I don't know.
Well, what the fuck did you bring it up for?
I don't fucking know.
Tease.
Someone probably just knows an easier way than us because we're not very technologically advanced, as they put it.
Oh.
So
anyway, as I was saying...
Lordy B.
It's a real thing, everyone. Lordy B. People said it back in the 1930s. Lordy B.
Lordy B. So
I go to upload the audio files, and they're like, nah, it has to be a video file. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I got to download Windows Media Movie Maker or some shit, convert all of our audio files to video files, which takes forever, and then finally upload the fucking video files to YouTube, which takes forever. So I upload the first podcast, which I think was the 18th episode. I'm like, finally, it's fucking on there. I upload it. 5 minutes later, this is banned because of copyright issues. I'm like, what the fuck? Because it was the only one that had real music, so that got fucking banned. So then I was like, whatever. So I got rid of that one, uploaded all the other ones, re-edited that one to take out the cool music so it sounds dumb now like the rest of them, because our shows suck. And then it's done. It was that simple.
Yeah, it was so easy.
Yeah.
Why didn't we think of it before?
I don't know, dude.
You do anything good over the week? Ever since last week? You got anything going on?
Let's see.
You get your tickets.
What?
Your tickets? Didn't you get a ticket?
You don't get tickets for, like, molesting. Wait, what?
For the show you're going to?
Oh, tickets!
Tickets! You got a ticket?
Yeah, I got me and Tino and I have tickets for Ring of Honor. That's pretty sweet.
That's badass.
Yeah. Third row, baby. $180 fucking each.
Get that Balor Club shit going on.
It's Bullet Club, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. This is why I reference it to you, and so you can fix what I did wrong.
You fucked up by accident.
Yeah, it's whatever. You knew what I meant.
Get that Balor Club shit. I don't know that WWE's going to let him be there, but maybe. Who knows?
Finn Balor's going to be there.
Yeah, the Bullet Club will be there. Maybe. That's not confirmed.
They're just in the Ring of Honor, so who knows?
I'm hoping since it's so expensive, it'll be a TV taping or something, so at least it'll be on TV.
Okay.
Because they'll tape a bunch of episodes all at once like Lucha Underground does.
Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully it's a TV taping. So that'd be cool if it is. And then also I'm going to Steel City Con that same weekend.
Nice.
I got some Star Trek people to meet.
Nice. Who you meeting this time?
I'm going to meet Michael Dorn, who plays Worf, who I already met, but I'm going to get a figure.
He's the Klingon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get a figure signed. Then I'm meeting, I think, Marina Sirtis, who played Troy. She used to be super hot.
Troy's the one who's super, like, annoying. He's like, I'm talking, like, about really obvious stuff that's going on.
She's like, I'm very helpful because I sense that guy's mad as he tries to blow us up. I think he might be pissed off. And I have a nice camel toe you can check out in various episodes. She's rocking a camel toe, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't get that far.
Oh yeah.
I remember you telling me about that not issue with her, but that statement about her being overstating the obvious.
She states things that are obvious.
Is Worf also Next Generation, or is that a different series?
Yeah, he's Next Generation.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Next Generation.
Well, it's cool.
It's cool.
Did you you have most of the signatures for that, right?
I have everyone's already.
You got Will Wheaton?
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
Wasn't he only on that Euro circuit for a while?
Wait, did I mention that? Did I finish it?
No, you never told me about that.
Yeah, I did. Dude, that's why I went to Awesome.
Did.
That's why I went to Awesome.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's why I went to Awesome Con was mainly for Will Wheaton. And I was like, "You finally finished the journey." He's like, "I don't give a fuck. Give me my money." And I'm like, "Cool." That's not exactly how it happened. He said he was happy for me. He was like, "I'm happy for you. Your journey's finally over after all these years." I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's cool. I know you just want my money, but thanks for caring, pretending to care." Did I tell you how whenever I was getting because you know how you have to pay for a photo op? It's like fucking his was like I think $60 or whatever, and then you just go take a picture and walk away. Well, you can get more than one if you want, but you're paying like fucking $60 twice for just click 2 different photos.
Why don't you just take one and just get a copy of it?
Well, some people will do like different things real quick. Like they'll do a different pose. This fucking dude paid for I think 8 photo ops with Will Wheaton.
That's expensive as hell.
And he had this Yankees hat. And I don't understand it, but he kept like doing different poses with the Yankee hat. He had him like hold the Yankee hat, and Will Wheaton's like, okay. And then he asked him to put it on, and Will Wheaton looked at it, he's like, no. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, dude could have lice.
Yeah, but I was like, he paid like hundreds and hundreds of dollars just for some different photos. I'm like, why would you do that?
No, dude, I wouldn't even pay the extra $60 for a second one.
Oh, you wouldn't even pay for the first one though.
No, probably not.
You're just trying to not make me look dumb. That's fine.
Dude, I wouldn't pay for this. I really wouldn't pay for the second one.
I don't get it.
It's the same guy.
The only way I would pay for a second one if they're like, all right, your first one with Alexa Bliss is $60. For an extra $60, she's naked in the second one. I'm like,
that's a good deal.
I'm like, you talked me into it.
Good sale.
Yeah. Just so everyone's aware, there's going to be nothing but spoilers in our show, so be wary.
Spoiler, everyone.
I think I always put that on the run sheet, but then we never say it ever, and we're just like, they'll figure it out whenever we're like, this is what happens.
Yeah, it's very true.
This is the end of the show or movie. Enjoy.
All right, you want to dive into it then?
No, what have you been up to? What'd you do this past week?
I finally finished. Dude, I've had this Teen Titans Omnibus for a year. This thing's 1,500 pages, and I finally finished it.
Cool, we should review that in a few weeks.
I want to... I was just gonna say I'm probably gonna take some time to put together a review, some actual notes for this.
Don't you have them?
What?
Don't you have them already?
Have notes?
Yeah.
No, because we're reviewing it in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but you already have them ready because we're doing it tonight, aren't we?
Are we gonna openly talk about this then?
Who cares?
Whatever. All right. Yeah, I already read. Well, I already wrote the notes for it, and we're recording that later, which we're putting on a later podcast that will come out in the
year
2 weeks.
In the year 2000.
In the year 3000.
Wait, maybe it is 3 weeks. No, it's like 4 weeks.
Because it's not next week, and it's the week.
Well, we're doing 2 episodes, and then the 3rd episode is going to be the news one again.
It might be 5 weeks. Who the fuck knows?
Oh, wait, what are we doing for the one with Iron Man 3? We're doing one long episode and then an Iron Man 3 episode, right? Because we're doing your comic review in the first one, right? Is that what we're doing?
I don't even know. Now I'm confused.
I think we were supposed to do the news. I don't remember.
We'll figure it out. All right, so...
Oh, we're doing something.
On we go. New segment?
Dude, first I have something very great to tell you. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did some research.
Uh-huh.
Guess how The Last Jedi is doing compared to Force Awakens, baby.
Probably bad, considering you're saying that with a huge fucking smile on your face.
I'm not smiling, dude. This is my smile face. Okay, by the time it finishes out its box office run, it's going to make 40% less than Force Awakens.
That's not as bad as I thought.
That's bad.
I guess.
That's almost half as much.
No one seems to be panicking about this.
Well, it's because it made $1.2 billion.
Oh, well.
But the point is, the last one made $800 million more.
I think they were expecting that, though. I don't know.
Dude, I don't think they were expecting that drastic of a drop. That's a big fucking drop. Almost half.
I think you're overthinking it. I don't know.
I don't think I am, dude.
I mean, I do think it underperformed, but not really by much more than what they were expecting.
I think it did.
I'm going to say maybe 10% more than they were expecting.
I don't know, man. I think that they would be like, maybe this will make a quarter of what the last... Maybe it'll make like 25% less. I feel like maybe they were thinking that, like, worst case scenario. They were like, it'll do like 25% less because the last one was... The first one in forever is going to make a lot of money. Like, I mean, why wouldn't they expect it to do really well like the last one?
Because how much longer people had to wait for Star Wars, and it's the first Star Wars movie that even came out.
That's true, but dude, almost half because of that? That's a lot.
We just got a Rogue One not even like a year prior. Well, did it come out in December? It also came out in December, huh?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a year prior, so I don't know. I think that drastically affects what you're getting, like the excitement and build-up you have for stuff like that.
What if we compare... Hear me out. What if we compare... Episode 2 to Episode 1. Like, Episode 1, it was years and years since Episode 6 came out, so that was the first one in a long time.
Did you already prepare for this, or is this something we're going to look into?
I did not prepare for this.
Okay.
I'm snowballing. We're chewing the fat.
Snowball?
I'm snowball. We're snowballing here.
Dude, it was so funny at the end when Snowball walks out of the theater. I just watched Jane Silent Bob for the first time ever the other day, and at the end, Snowball walks out of the theater.
We were going to talk about that in the next episode.
I mean, the cat's out of the bag now. They know we recorded all at once,
all right,
Dave.
Well, then let's just talk about that one in this episode. We'll talk about something else in the next one.
We don't have to talk about it right now.
Not right now. We're going in order, or else you're fired.
News segment.
What were we talking about just now? Oh yeah, should we compare that?
Give us a pause.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, let me put my nuts back.
Too bad. Attack of the Clone did about 35% of what Episode 1 did. Attack of the Clones also kind of got, like, mixed reviews like this one did, didn't it?
I mean, I don't know about, like, what was coming out at the time, but from what I generally gathered from people now,
yeah,
it's yeah.
So, there's two sides to this. One, this didn't prove anything, actually.
Alright, this is a useless conversation.
It really is. This is completely useless. Because just because Episode 2 also underperformed doesn't mean if they're expecting it or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
This didn't help us. We're
whatever.
back to the second square now.
Well,
Is it the same?
I mean, could you say that they would have just looked at this and they expected it this time around?
Well, I mean, not if they were like, hey, people weren't big fans of episode 2. This one's going to be really good, though. Yeah, you know, like, I don't know.
I heard that going into it, Ryan Johnson expected a lot of people to not like it, though.
What kind of mindset is that?
George Lucas specifically told him, he's like, half the people are going to like it, half the people are going to fucking hate it.
Why? Wait, why?
This is how he thinks fans react. Star Wars fans react to shit. And I kind of agree with him. I mean, look at the people we talk to at work. They generally either say they like it or they hate it.
Yeah, but isn't like the majority of Star Wars movies like mostly like either just like I don't know. Why are we even talking about this?
I don't.
This isn't even on the run sheet.
No, it's the news segment.
What's that? It's on my run sheet, baby.
That doesn't count. You clearly penned that in recently.
This was the other day,
Okay.
but I just wanted to remember the number.
There's no timestamp on there, so I don't believe you.
What? Oh, what do you think? I wrote it like just now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have a pen like that?
I don't have any pens on this table.
This is what's that? Oh,
I do have a pen. Hold
Oh
on.
boy.
Let's do.
Now this is the fancy pen from work. The expensive ones. Yeah, the expensive ones, you know?
I see.
Hey, let's go over some news. Wait. Let's do news. Hey, Gable, you think I can make like a rape joke or something?
No, we can't make any more rape jokes. No one's gonna listen to this for rape jokes.
And here we are with breaking news. A xenomorph raped a chicken.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Okay, it's time for some news. We're going to start off. Oh, here's what we're going to do for news. We're going to do a bunch of news articles, and then we're going to have like a lightning news round type thing where we just go through and do a bunch of really quick ones.
And we're playing the bumper.
We already did that.
We did?
We'll do it now.
Do you do the pause thing?
It doesn't matter. You don't have to pause.
Dude, I don't know how this works anymore.
I'll put it in wherever I want.
Whatever.
No one's the boss of me, man.
You're not the boss of me now.
A standalone script for the Black Widow movie is looking more likely.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this.
Okay, up-and-coming screenwriter Jack Schaefer has been assigned script duties for the film. Black Widow is reportedly in very early stages of development, and the film has yet to be greenlit. Marvel has yet to comment on the Black Widow story. So basically, they hired a writer, which means nothing. I mean, Kevin Smith wrote Superman Lives or whatever. What came of that? Nothing. Jack Schaefer is known for the script The Shower, also known for a script called Nasty Women, and the upcoming remake of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Yeah, so fuck off with your looking up on IMDb. Yeah, exactly
you
what
were prepared. You were prepared. This article was prepared for my future questions.
So there's that. So yeah, I mean, I would like to see it because Scarlett Johansson is hot as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's not guaranteed that this is going to be happening, it's good to see that they're working towards it and they do have it in mind.
Yeah, they apparently they met with her around Thanksgiving, and Feige met with a bunch of writers around Thanksgiving. I guess they picked this Jack Schaefer woman or man. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I want to see it. It'd be cool. I'd watch it.
I saw somewhere, it may have been Scarlett Johansson herself was giving credit to the Wonder Woman movie that helped push the female heroine. Which I know you didn't like the Wonder Woman movie, but you have to admit it's caused quite the spark for female lead movies.
I mean, in the opposite argument, Captain Marvel was already planned.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Marvel wanted Wonder Woman to do well because if that ended up failing, that would have.
We didn't have a discussion in the past how every DC and Marvel both want their competitors to do well because if a comic book movie does bad, how does that help anyone?
Dude, it's not like Coke or Pepsi. Like people, you don't run out of a.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not this or the other.
Well, I mean, for a small majority, there's your fanboy that's like DC for life, Marvel for life. And
Yeah.
it's like anything, like fucking Xbox for life. People are fucking stupid that.
It's a fan argument. It's not a business argument. It's not good if DC's out there putting out shit movies and putting a bad reputation on superhero movies, because then that negatively affects the Marvel movies negatively.
Yeah. I mean, it could, but then it could also be a thing where, like, someone's like, man, I've been waiting all this time for Justice League, and Justice League sucks, so they're like, well, now I really want to see Infinity War, because at least that'll be good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think more so, though, I think negative, like you said, I agree. Any negative comic book movie's not going to...
I think the negatives hurt more than the positives.
I agree. We agree. We agree on that, everyone.
All right. What are we moving on to?
We're going to move on to some Ant-Man and the Wasp stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Plot synopsis and photo.
Read it to me.
I'm showing the photo to the microphone. What the fuck was that?
That was the photo.
Was that a crow?
I don't ask your picture there. That was the photo.
That's interesting. In the aftermath of Captain America Civil War, Scott Lang grapples with the consequences of his choices as both a superhero and a daddy. It's his father. I like daddy. As he struggles to rebalance his life with his responsibility as Ant-Man, he's confronted by a dark history in which he was convicted for rape of Hank Pym. Dude, this sounds fucking...
Oh, no. I was really intrigued, and then you took it off the rails.
Scott must once again escape from prison after... Is this something about trial of this? Okay, let's go back here. What are we doing?
All right, struggles to rebalance his life with his responsibilities as Ant-Man.
He's confronted by Hope Van Dyke and...
Dyne.
That was a Freudian slip. Hope Van Dyne and Dr. Hank Pym with an urgent new mission. Scott must once again put on the suit and learn to fight alongside the Wasp as the team works together to... This is the dumbest synopsis ever.
It gave me nothing.
Okay, so Ant-Man and Wasp have to do a mission. The end.
Wait, hold on. What? Janet Van Dyne, say that again.
Janet Van Dyne and Dr. Hank Pym.
Is Janet Van Dyne the
Hope.
The girl? Oh, okay.
Hope. Where do you get Janet from?
Hope Van Dyne. Okay, because that's the name of the character.
It's not a dime bag. It's dine. Like I'm gonna dine on foods.
Can I get a dime bag?
$15, little man. Okay, despite being released 2 months after Infinity War, the film appears to take place before the events of that film. And and after Captain America sprung him from the floating prison in Civil War. Also, we can see the Pym Tech Company logo in the background of the photo, which means that either Scott and Hope need to break into the company once again, or they're visiting a multiverse version of it.
Yeah, I'm going to say the first.
That's wishful thinking on comingsoon.net. Yeah, we get
the leap.
We get our news from Marvel. Kevin Feige. I talked to Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige told you about this.
These are exclusive Kevin Feige scoops. Okay. Brie Larson researches Captain Marvel plus Jackson on Nick Fury. Brie Larson continues to take her lead role as Carol Danvers pretty seriously, having appeared in an Instagram photo at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada researching F-15 fighter aircraft. See? Look at the photo.
That's what you said.
It's blank. There's no photo there.
I think I posted it on our Instagram, so you can check it out on there as well.
You did. What's our Instagram again?
At Breakroom BS.
Nice. In other Captain Marvel news, which I found this much more interesting than that previous one, Samuel L. Jackson recently spoke about reprising a younger 90s era Nick Fury in the upcoming film. We're going back now, and I meet Captain Marvel in more of an origin story. This confused the fuck out of me. You'll see Nick Fury with another guy's face. Somebody that's got two eyes. So that's a whole big deal. You'll see. It's prior to the eye injury. No eye patch.
Interesting.
What do you mean another guy's face? What?
Well, I think they're giving you... They're talking about how he's not going to have the eye patch, so it's going to look like, kind of feel like... It's going to be weird. It's like seeing me without my glasses on. It'll look different to you.
It's just he has an eye covered. It's not that.
It's a bit of an over exaggeration, but
yeah.
I mean, you always kind of like envision Nick Fury. You hear Nick Fury, you think Samuel L. Jackson with an eye patch, right? So it'd be weird to see him without the eye patch.
I'm all like, oh my god, that's not Chris Hemsworth. He looks so different now. It's him with an eye patch on.
Well, you're okay. Whatever. I don't know what you want from me.
I'm just saying.
I gave my opinion. You give yours. No, I mean, I think this whole younger Nick Fury thing is going to be kind of cool. I think that I was. See, this is why I lose my train of thought, because you keep making silly faces.
That's just how my face looks, bro.
Okay. No, I was hearing some.
You remember the South Park where Butters is getting his school picture done, and the person gets pissed? And he's like, "Why don't you stop making that face?" He's like, "That's just how I look, sir."
I do.
It's so funny. But go on. You're talking about fucking Brie Larson or Scarlett Johansson.
Well,
or something.
you remember we got talks that there's going to be Skrulls in this movie?
I didn't know that. You mentioned that to me, but I
yeah,
didn't know that.
there's talks that there's going to be Skrulls in this Captain Marvel movie, and a lot of people are theorizing that Samuel L. Jackson, you show him get like replaced by a Skrull, so like all the time that we've seen him so far, he's actually a Skrull.
I don't think they do that.
No?
No.
It'd be a huge fucking twist, though.
It's just like what they did with what they tried to do with Skinner in The Simpsons. You hear about that?
Go for it. Let me hear.
So, and like this is like the fucking 10th or 11th season. I don't know. It's pretty. It's been on for a number of years at this point. And they're like, oh, by the way, the Skinner is actually not Skinner. It's someone else that replaced the real Skinner this whole time. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And everyone got super pissed because his real name was something else, and the actual real Skinner comes back to Springfield, and it's just some other random dude that doesn't even look remotely like him. But this Skinner just like took his identity, and then at the end of the episode, they were basically they made it so like the other Skinner went away and died, and they agreed to call this Skinner Skinner, so he's still Skinner, but not really. And everyone's like, that was dumb. You know what I mean? It's not to that extent,
right?
Because it's only been like several movies, but I just don't think they do that. Because if they do that, they didn't plan it all along.
Dude, it'd be a ballsy move if they make it work, though.
Yeah. All right. Spoilery Avengers 4 set photos raise big questions for film. I have been waiting to talk to you about this, sirs. I have been waiting. Stop looking at your shoulder and pulling hairs out. I'm trying to record.
Tell me.
New photos from the set have arrived online. First and foremost, we must note that Chris Evans' Captain America is wearing his outfit from 2012's The Avengers, but he's joined by a S.H.I.E.L.D. jumpsuit-clad Iron Man, the Hulk, and Paul Rudd's Ant-Man. It's worth pointing out that each of the characters have a matching device on their hands, but what is it? Is the film using the Time Stone to travel back to the events of the first Avengers? Or is this simply a case of Captain America finding an old outfit and remembering how much he liked it? That's possible.
It's probably the first one again.
That's fucking cool, though.
Yeah.
Just the idea that they're going to time travel back to that movie, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I got so excited when I read that. I was like, holy shit.
I think those are posted on some of them are posted on our Instagram as well, at Breakroom BS.
Yeah, so here's the thing, though. Because, but what if he dies? Because that's on Avengers 4. I can see what's going to happen is they kill him off in Avengers 3. This is how they bring him back in the fourth one. They time travel to a younger version of him.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. That's why it says spoilery.
Yeah.
Okay, so now more Thor after Avengers 4? Question mark.
No.
Now that no.
The answer no.
Moving on. All right. Director Gore Verbinski has pulled out of the Gambit movie, starring Channing Tatum.
Wait, can we go back to the other one? I wanted to hear what it was about.
Now that Chris Hemsworth has finished filming Avengers 4, he's one of a handful of Marvel studio vets that has officially run out of his contract. However, Hemsworth teases that he may have a renewed enthusiasm for bringing us more Thor. While Hemsworth... Okay. If I had the opportunity to do it again, I think I'd love to. I also think there's an appetite for it now. Or there's a far greater range of possibilities of where he can go now. What he can do, just because we've kind of broken the mold a bit. While Hemsworth admits that there have been no discussions between he and Marvel to negotiate a new deal, it seems like something he might want, which hints that there could be a place for him in the post-Thanos universe. Or, perhaps if he dies in Avengers 4, it's possible he could come back in a film like Captain Marvel and play a younger version of himself. They like to theorize a lot on this website, it seems.
They're making some leaps and bounds here on the guessing.
I thought you were going to say treadmill, and I just didn't follow why. I didn't know,
I don't know why you thought that. I say stupid stuff, so it's possible.
Why you're going to say that. He talks a lot about how they kind of reinvented the character in Ragnarok, and they reinvent him again and again in Avengers Infinity War and also in Avengers 4, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hold on to Hemsworth. They with the hinting at I think they'll end up cutting maybe Evans. So we'll see Cap die, I think we'll see Tony die.
I think he's going to be in the next Spider-Man.
I don't.
I do.
I think Thor's going to end up being one of the faces that they keep around from the old phases to have like a familiar face from the earlier movies.
Oh. I do like that they have so many characters, they can just keep introducing new ones. But do you think that, like, down the road, when we're at, like, Avengers fucking 7, and there's no Thor, there's no Hulk, there's no Iron Man...
They don't run out of them.
Do you think that... I mean, not that they're going to run out, but do you think that it's going to be, like, people aren't going to want to see it as badly because they're not as, you know what I mean, as big? Or do you think that they can possibly build these other ones to be just as big?
I think it's...
Because, like, Iron Man wasn't exactly a huge Marvel name before the movie, right?
No, he was kind of like a B-list, C-list superhero.
Yeah, so I mean, couldn't there be potential for them to build these other characters to be just as big?
Yeah, I mean, Marvel's biggest names are like Spider-Man, Hulk, Wolverine. It's maybe Captain America was leaning towards that area too.
Yeah.
But
I think maybe the only issue they could have with it is that I think they could build other characters to be just as big, but I don't know that the audience will want to accept it after losing these ones, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Maybe in their mind they're going to be like, yeah, like, he's cool, but, I mean, he's not Captain America, he's not Thor, you know? I don't know. I want them to keep doing great. Do you think Infinity War has a chance of being the highest grossing movie of all time and beating Avatar?
Holy fuck. That's a question.
I've been thinking about this, like...
I mean, do you think it's going to even beat Suicide Squad?
You're an asshole.
Yeah, oh my god, that's a callback there.
You're an asshole.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for my money.
Yeah, you'll get it. I don't know, dude. Ask me again in like 3 months, and I'll be able to give you a better guess.
I think it really does, dude. I just can't believe how many fucking views it has on.
It's insane. There's a huge following for that trailer online.
It's like 120 million now. It's like more than Force Awakens and Last Jedi combined.
I probably revisit it like once a week at least, so yeah. I understand why.
I think the main thing is if it will be able to is how good the movie is.
Yeah.
Like if you and it has the potential with like killing off characters to create such fucking drama that people it's like it makes it so like dramatic.
So insane.
People might want to keep watching it, like fucking how Titanic did. Like that was people love that fucking movie. But like if the movie is really really good, I think it might have a chance to fucking be the #1 movie of all time.
You know, I can say a little more confidently. I think it'll break that opening weekend.
Yeah,
I definitely think it'll. Who holds it now?
I think Force Awakens.
I was gonna guess that. Yeah, I think it'll beat Force Awakens on that one.
Yeah. And
you agree?
I mean, yeah, I think it will too.
Okay.
And also, I mean, it comes out at the beginning of May. I think its closest competition is Deadpool too, right?
Yeah, and even then, you're still gonna. I don't know. It goes with that thing where they're not competitors. They're gonna be. They're
splitting their audience in the sense that they're both comic books, but I mean, kids aren't going to see Deadpool with their family. You know, so I don't know, man.
That just got moved up. So I don't.
We're gonna get to that.
Oh, is that one of your news articles?
It's right after Gore Verbinski.
Is it? Okay, let's get to Gore then.
All right, so director Gore Verbinski has pulled out of the upcoming Gambit film starring Channing Tatum. Verbinski reportedly left the picture on good terms. The departure was due to scheduling conflicts, and Tatum is still set to star. Lizzie Kaplan recently took on the role of Bella Donna Bodru, Lisa Seydoux, This Lisa Sadu girl was previously attached to play that role until a bout of delays hit the project and she dropped out. A number of names have been attached to Gambit before Gore Verbinski. Doug Liman, who did Edge of Tomorrow, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, was done by Rupert White. He dropped out too. There's also rumors Frank Darabont could do it. That didn't happen. So it seems like it's running into that DC thing where it just keeps getting fucking...
Like the Flash movie. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, there's one thing, well, you can say a lot of things about Marvel is... How many times has Marvel in any of their 18 or 19 fucking movies been like, let's get a new director?
We're not really sure what's going on. I mean, I think the only conflict that comes to mind is the, who's that dude who directed Baby Driver? Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
He was supposed to, dude, I am awful with names. But the guy was supposed to direct the Ant-Man movie, and supposedly it was supposed to be a Phase 1 movie.
Talking about Edgar Wright?
Yeah, Edgar Wright.
Okay.
It was supposed to be, I believe, from what I heard, it was supposed to be a Phase 1 or at least an early Phase 2 movie, and he was supposed to direct it, and then that fell through, and it got pushed back to after Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that too. Yeah, I mean, and that's like, so they went with what they had to do a second director.
Yeah, they changed the director.
They replaced one. Dude, like fucking Fox, Deadpool had to replace the director. Remember?
What?
Initially, the dude that was going to do it dropped out, and they got the guy from fucking
John
Wick.
They weren't that far in the production for that, though. I mean, look at some of these movies, though. It's just like ridiculous.
But yeah, that's what like Marvel never seems to have this problem. Like Fox superhero movies do, DC does.
Is the Flash thing in your list there? I forget. Okay, so I'll talk more about that later.
What do you think this is? Okay, so let's go with some moving dates. First up is the highly anticipated Deadpool 2, which moves up 2 weeks from June 1st to May 18th. Deadpool 2 now opens with Slender Man and is 1 week ahead of Solo, a Star Wars movie.
Dude, it's gonna blow Slender Man out the water.
Nah. I don't think they should have moved up. I think coming out before a Star Wars movie is dumb because it's going to cut into that. Dude, it comes out 1 week before Solo. It's going to drastically cut into its next weekend.
Yeah, I don't
movie.
see any good thing about moving up into this spot here.
And it's closer to Avengers. Why?
My only guess is that there's some like backdoor camaraderie. I always want to say camaraderie, but there's some backdoor stuff going on where Disney wants to protect their Star Wars property, and since they're acquiring Fox, asks Fox to move it up so it wouldn't affect their Han Solo profits.
That could be. Yeah, that could be. I could see
It's just
that.
some theorizing there. I mean, I'm not saying that's for sure, but...
This one really surprised me. The New Mutants, which was supposed to arrive in 3 months, has been pushed back to February of next year.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Where?
It says the New Mutants, which was set to arrive in just 3 months on April 13th, has been delayed 10 months and now will be released February 22nd, 2019. They released a trailer for that and everything.
Dude,
Yeah.
This is the first I'm finding out about this.
Oh, this is great.
This is heartbreaking.
Gable's mouth is wide open. It's perfect time to shove my dick in it. This is great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy.
Why?
We actually just talked about this. Gambit was pushed from February of next year to June of next year, so that also got delayed.
Dude, I am so genuinely upset about this New Mutants thing.
I wonder why. Like, I wonder why they fucking pushed it so far. I wonder if this has to do with the whole fucking...
It has to. It has to.
Alright, Green Lantern movie. Screenwriter David Goyer. This is a great article with a lot of information. David Goyer confirmed the film is still in the works. When asked when the fans could expect a more definitive update, his answer was, I don't know. Who knows? Especially with what's currently going on with the DC universe. There's obviously a whole recalibration happening with that right now. So he is kind of lost, it seems. DC is doing great.
Dude,
Thoughts?
Green Lantern Corps is one of the movies I was really anticipating coming up in the DC extended universe. I do hope this movie does get made, but not under the writing of David S. Goyer. I'm not a huge fan of the guy. He's the one who thinks Martian Manhunter is a silly character, even though he's a beloved Justice League member.
You know what I want to do? I want to have sex with 5 Asian chicks, one right after another. Then I want to get... Remember whenever DC released their slate of movies with release dates for all of them?
Yes.
Like a couple years ago?
Yes.
I want to get that and look and see how many came out and are still coming out on those dates and how many have been pushed. And just compare to what's happening right now.
Wait, what does the Asian chicks have to do with
I
this?
fucking love Asian chicks. Dude, like, Green Lantern was on there. Shazam was on there. Flashpoint was on there. Batman was on there. These were all on there, and they all had dates.
Dude.
That's what I'm... Okay. 2 or 3 episodes from now, I'm going to have this list, and we're just going to discuss. That's what we're going to do. Make a note. Make a note.
It's incredibly... Okay.
All right.
What are you making a note on?
On my run sheet.
And your run sheet for this week, which you're going to hold on to for like 2 weeks.
I have them all in a fucking filing cabinet. You just didn't know.
Really?
You think I'm just going to throw them away?
I don't know.
I throw them away.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, the Flashpoint is a really amazing story, which it sounds like is going to be fucked. Is the Flashpoint the same movie as like the Flash movie? Is that the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's kind of fucked. Are we on that story
You,
yet?
sir,
Pat
on
a
your back
segue.
is the king of the segue.
King of the segue.
Warner Brothers has finally found a replacement director for Flashpoint. John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein are in negotiations to direct the film as a pair. WB has been stalling development on the project. I just want to call bullshit.
What did they work on?
They worked on Vacation and Game Night, and they also wrote the first drafts of Spider-Man Homecoming. Which I was talking to someone, and I was like, it seems kind of funny that these two people that wrote Spider-Man Homecoming are writing this like dark movie that's supposed to have a dark tone movie. Like, I heard Flashpoint's supposed to be a darker movie.
Yeah, I would agree with that. If this was like regular Flash movie, I would say like, oh, this makes sense. But I mean, whenever spoiler to anyone who hasn't read the Flashpoint comic, one of the like most fucking heart touching scenes, which I don't think they'd be able to pull off on screen based off the movie Vacation and Spider-Man Homecoming, is the when Bruce Wayne opens a letter from his dad. Like, dude, anytime I see that, read that, or watch it in the animated movie, like, it's a fucking emotional moment. And I don't think the guys who wrote the Vacation movie with Ed Helms are going to be able to pull shit like that off.
Yeah. Well, are you ready for this? It says they've been stalling development on the project to make sure that star Ezra Miller's schedule is cleared, and these guys are have a fresh rewrite of the script that leans a little more comedic than previously expected.
Fuck that. You're not. I don't know. It's dumb.
But they don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting the news, son. I don't know.
I mean, the whole reason that Flashpoint happened is because he ran back in time to stop the Reverse Flash from murdering his mother in front of the child version of himself. So, yeah. I mean,
we're gonna have a good laugh of that.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty funny.
I mean, apparently, Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher, they're all supposed to be reprising their roles. As well as Ben Affleck was, but we don't know if that's any of that's going to happen now because they're retarded. But I mean, these two guys, they replaced 2 or 3 other directors, I think. Seth Graham-Smith was first to do it, and he was replaced by Rick Famuyiwa, who decided creative differences, and it's like they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They had the dudes who did 21 Jump Street doing it too, I think.
Did they?
I fucking forget their names.
Sounds like they were aiming for comedic then, if that's the case.
I mean, maybe they could have maybe sometimes the writers can surprise you and give you something different than what you expect. But you said it actually says it's a funnier tone of the movie, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Okay, the Cyborg movie. We got some plot details here. Joe Morton, who plays the dad of Cyborg, said, "From what I understand, there will be a Cyborg movie." It will be about him and I, and about the family that he came from, and how he becomes the cyborg, etc. From whence they all came, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, he doesn't know shit. I don't think that's important.
Moving on. Well, you could... Okay, fuck you. Fuck you, man.
Well, I think it's important we brought it up, and I think it's important that I gave my opinion that it's not important.
I think we're gonna not do any of the lightning news because we're so far in already.
Okay.
We'll see. There's a little bit of a plot tease for the Solo movie that's only 4 fucking months away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we shouldn't have any information or anything. Through a series of daring escapades deep within a dark and dangerous criminal underworld, Han Solo meets his mighty future co-pilot Chewbacca and encounters the notorious gambler Lando Calrissian, in a journey that will set the course of one of Star Wars saga's most unlikely heroes. That's not anything shocking there. Here's something though. Ewan McGregor is basically saying they talked to him at the Golden Globes. He knows nothing about being in a fucking Obi-Wan movie. They haven't talked to him. They've said nothing to him about it.
Dude, so all anyone's talking about on like the Star Wars subreddit and stuff is having Ewan McGregor come back for this Star Wars movie. So I'm imagining that's a good survey of what the Star Wars fan want.
Yeah.
Is Ewan McGregor to come back. Imagine the guy who has to be fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi if he doesn't get cast.
Oh, that'd be bad. I mean, the only reason I can imagine not being him is if he's like super young. That would mean he'd have to be like Qui-Gon and shit. It couldn't. He's be the right age. Well, they're saying how apparently
they can bring back Liam Neeson. Get Liam Neeson to come back.
I mean, he might look a little older.
Liam Neeson didn't age that great, so I guess that's that.
I mean, people are talking because apparently Ewan McGregor's growing his beard out and he's doing some Kenpo training with some fitness guru. So they're like, oh, maybe he is, but then would he really be growing his beard out and doing training for a movie that's not more than a year away from shooting? You know what I mean? So,
and wanted the movie about him would it be him younger or older? Like when?
I mean, I heard that between obviously 3 and 4, so he'd be older than he was in 3.
Yeah.
So they started filming the new Halloween movie. One thing I just wanted to point out that's popped out from this, but Jamie Lee Curtis returns as Laurie Strode, who comes to her final confrontation with Michael Myers, who has haunted her since she narrowly escaped his killing spree on Halloween night 4 decades ago. David Gordon Green and Danny McBride crafted a story that carves a new path from the events in the 78 film. So they're ignoring every movie after the first one. That makes me super not happy.
I don't know why.
The thing that's most upsetting about it is that the second... Have you seen the first 2?
Yeah.
The second one takes place...
directly after. Why couldn't they just do it from the end of the second one, even?
Yeah, if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you include the second one? That's retarded.
Yeah, I'm not on the same page as this.
That is...
Unless the premise for it is something that is contradicted in the second movie, but I can't think of anything that...
Yeah, I don't... So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to read the synopsis of this movie called Summer of '84.
Is this a Netflix movie?
It is... yes. No. No. It's by the guys... It's by RKSS.
Oh, I heard you talking to Ashley about this when I came
downstairs. It's the... We both love Turbo Kid.
Yeah.
It's the... You loved it first and told me about it, and then I watched it, and I was like, that movie's great.
It was good.
So you turned me on to the Turbo Kid. It's... Those guys directed it. So the synopsis of it is: every serial killer is somebody's neighbor. For 15-year-old Davey, the thought of having a serial killer in his suburban town is a scary yet exciting prospect at the start of a lazy summer. In hormonal overdrive, Davey and his friends dream of sexual conquest until the news reports of the Cape May killer.
Wait, what sexual conquest with the serial killer?
No, like fucking girls because they're 15, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. Davey convinces his friends that they must investigate. It does seem out of place, like in the synopsis that you mentioned it. All these things are happening. They want to fuck girls, and other things keep happening. Davey convinces his friends they must investigate, and they uncover that his next-door neighbor, an unassuming single police officer, could be the prime suspect. Could Davey possibly be right? All right, we're going to pause this and watch the trailer and talk. Okay, so we just watched the trailer. Gable seems somewhat unimpressed. I think it looks really cool. Like, it seems to me like kind of like Stranger Things. It's like that group of characters with like a serial killer.
I think I've had enough of that.
But there's only been like 2 things.
Yeah, I don't know. South Park, that South Park episode.
Dude, that
was a really funny episode.
It was really funny. That's the main thing I liked about it, was that dynamic of those kids. I think it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna make Gable watch it. That's all there.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but that trailer itself did like nothing.
You're rude. Okay, your opinion is supposed to be the same as mine. We're gonna do the lightning round news. Zac Efron is going to play Ted Bundy in a movie about Ted Bundy called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. That is pretty crazy to see Zac Efron play a serial killer.
Yeah, he strikes me as odd. I hope he becomes Nightwing in the future.
That'd be cool.
That's all I have to say.
Stephanie Folsom, who I don't know who that is going to write the script for Toy Story 4.
Ooh.
And,
it doesn't say on there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why?
She was one of the writers on Ragnarok, and then something about Space Odyssey. She was on the blacklist for her original script, 1969: A Space Odyssey, or How Kubrick Learned to Stop Worrying and Land on the Moon. I don't know what any of that means. So, Toy Story 4 comes out June of
It's probably
next year.
the full title of the movie. I bet you any money that's the full title of the movie.
Yeah, but what the fuck is it?
I don't know. Fucking look it up.
No.
Alright, next. Halo TV series still in development at Showtime.
Yeah, they're making it on Showtime. It's going to be live action, which is pretty cool. Spielberg's attached to it, so that's pretty fucking sweet. So hopefully that's pretty cool. Shazam release date is confirmed. It's April 5th, 2019.
Alright.
Next. Vin Diesel is in talks to play Bloodshot. He has not got the job, but he's the front runner.
Vin Diesel annoys me, and Jason David Frank was a better Bloodshot.
I think I agree with you on that. We're going to take a break now.
Okay.
We're going to come back with a review of an X-Files episode. Alright, we're ready. Here we go. We're back. Hello, everyone.
What's up?
We've returned.
Full of a dub-dub.
It's cold as fuck. I love it.
Brita filter, too. That's how we roll.
Grass tastes bad.
AIDS.
Okay, we're back, everyone. AIDS is funny. I like AIDS. We are going right in to our X-Files review. Gable watched it this week, so he'll know what's going on, too.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh. That's a bummer.
Was I supposed to?
I guess not.
I mean, I have to catch up on the last season, too.
In the whole series.
And, wait, oh.
No, you don't. But don't worry about it. I was kidding. And here's our X-Files review.
I was told once that the best way to regenerate body heat is to crawl naked into a sleeping bag with somebody else who's already naked.
Maybe if it rains sleeping bags, you'll get lucky.
Okay, here we go. You like that pause? It was a second. It was like half a second. This week's episode is episode 2 of season 11, entitled This. It's titled This.
This?
Yeah. Let's go over the synopsis. An old friend reaches out to Mulder and Scully in a seemingly impossible way, revealing a chilling secret. Alright, so this episode starts off with 3 guys coming to Mulder's house to kill him and Scully. So it starts off. It's the most action I've probably ever seen in the entire series combined in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, it's like a giant fucking shoot off. All this stuff happening, and that you don't know what is happening. Mulder and Scully successfully kill 2 of them, and the 3rd one takes off. This is by far my main issue with this episode. I could not tell what the fuck was happening in this entire sequence. Like, the directing was horrible. Even more so, the editing was awful. I couldn't tell what I was looking at. Okay, one of the guys gets killed. I had no idea he was dead till Mulder comes down and it's over and walks over his body. I'm like, when the fuck did that guy die? I'm not even exaggerating. And I was talking to Tito, because Tito watched this episode. He didn't like it at all. And he was waiting for me to watch, so I was like, dude, I liked it. I was like, this is my main thing was the beginning. He's like, dude, I was hoping you'd say something because I didn't know what was happening. It was bad. Anybody that watches it, I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish. Like, you're watching it and you're just like, I don't know what they're doing.
Is it better or worse than Abrams?
It's like Jason Bourne level I couldn't see.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear that was bad.
Yeah, but here's the weird thing. There's other action in the episode and none of it's like that after that. It's just that opening scene is terrible.
Was it just one director, or was there like a guest director on for the opening scene?
It was guest directed by Jason Bourne himself.
Michael J. Fox got in there, started filming.
That's not cool, dude.
Is that off limits?
He was super nice when I met him.
Right, but
he kept shaking my hand. He wouldn't stop.
All right, cool.
It was super cool. I don't know, dude, but it was bad. It's definitely the worst it was in the episode. Like I said, it wasn't that bad later, and I kind of got past it. But I love Mulder and Scully when they're together and they can just have dialogue and interact. Like, their chemistry is amazing, and it should be after fucking 10 or 11 years of working together. David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. There's just a bunch of like really quick, just funny moments in the show. Like, this is just an example of something stupid that just made me laugh really hard because it's so just like out of place. Like, at one point, Mulder takes his phone and he picks his phone up after this whole thing happens, and some of the guys they killed had it, and he goes to take it, and she's like, "Mulder, you're going to taint the evidence." And Mulder's like, "You said taint." Like, it's just so funny. I'm like, what the fuck? Because that's Mulder. He like cracks like stupid jokes like all the time like that.
That's really funny.
Yeah, there's little stuff like that throughout the whole episode, which I love, and just like those things, like those types of interactions with them, just remind me of like the old days, like the old episodes. You know?
Yeah.
Cool. What else? I don't know if you remember me talking in the last episode about the non-stop music. Like, it was like go, 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 action, action. It was just a constant music happening in the episode. There's none of that, which was nice. It was... You have a hemorrhoid?
Feels comfortable.
It was just like the old episodes, like no fucking constant annoying music. It was just like normal X-Files, which was nice. Didn't have music fucking blaring over the dialogue. Okay, so basically what happens is Langley, who is from the Lone Gunmen... I don't know if you even know who they are.
Oh, yeah, the Lone Gunman. It's Davy Crockett.
Yeah. He has the hat.
And the raccoon skin.
Yeah. Well, you don't matter. Langley from the Lone Gunmen, who all three of the Lone Gunmen died a few seasons ago, contacts Mulder through his phone with this distorted video, and he's asking if he's alive or not. Langley's asking if himself is alive or not. And they're trying to figure out what's going on throughout the episode. So I kind of like how they found a way to bring him back, but not really back because he's dead, but he's like contacting him through this phone, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a nice way to connect it through like a character through the previous seasons. I don't know if you remember this as well. I don't think you listen when I talk, so I don't know. You don't remember anything I tell you about X-Files.
I try. I mean, I engage in the conversation.
I'm just joking. Hate you.
Keep going on.
You remember how I talked about Agent Spender was put in the last one? It was like they just forced him in there in the story.
Yeah, no, I do remember that.
I knew you'd remember.
I do remember that.
This didn't seem like that. It seemed like when they brought Langley back and put him in there, it seemed like it was thought out and well done. Not just like, hey, look, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was well written.
Yeah, it seemed like it was also pertinent to the plot of the fucking episode. Spender's like, "What's up, guys?" and takes off. I'm like, that's dumb. So, it made sense. So I like how they were able to bring him back. Basically, what happens is okay, so this is what happens in the episode. Langley and his girlfriend, years and years ago, agree to work with this government or part Russian government or something agency on some experiment where they let them scan their brains. So when they die, their scanned brains are activated in this simulation, and their new consciousness, their scanned brains just live there forever. It's like once you die, instantly your brain that was scanned activates in the simulation, and you're just alive. That version
like you
alive.
remember, like that, like you dying basically. You're there again.
You're obviously not the same person because you're dead, but you're another version that's taking over there, and you have all the same memories.
That's always been interesting to me.
Yeah.
Is like the idea of consciousness transferring over, like the whole stuff with Star Trek. How the theory that like the teleporting, like you don't actually teleport.
It's just you die and you're replaced by a copy of you.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird how that works.
Yeah. This part of the plot I definitely thought was a little fugazi. It didn't make a lot of sense to me because Langley and the Lone Gunmen are these conspiracy nuts that don't trust anyone and they think the government's evil. So I'm like, why would he even go along with this, with a government experiment, when he doesn't know what they're going to do with it, and he's just a conspiracy? And like, why would he trust them? That they're not just going to do something super terrible with it, which obviously they do. 'Cause
Out,
they're the
out
good-
of character.
Yeah, I'm like, it didn't make a lot of sense, but I was like, whatever. I kind of got past it. I was like, it wasn't a huge deal. But like we were just talking about, I like the concept of it. Basically, Langley says he designed this simulation to be perfect. Like, it's this ideal world. So it's basically like just being in heaven, and it's the perfect way to spend the rest of your life. Like, it's like you just make the simulation what you want it to be. You know what I mean? So it's like, not only are you going to live forever in this new version of yourself, but it's paradise. So you know what I mean? Like, what could be better? It's such a cool idea.
Yeah.
To like live forever like that. But so the guys that were running this simulation decided to fuck everyone over that did it. Of course,
figure.
yeah, and make their brains like slaves or something to use them for some bad guy stuff or something. I don't know. Whatever. It's like
Some generic bad guy
yeah,
nonsense.
like, they're gonna do these things. I was like, I don't know. And he was all like, he's like, man, Steve Jobs is so pissed. It sucks here and all this
Did
stuff.
he cough like that before that too?
Yeah. That's why I did it. It's realism. You know. So they end up shutting down the servers that are running the simulation, so they stop it. But and I don't know when it's happening. What do you Whenever they're shutting these servers down, I'm like, why don't they just make new servers? Like, I don't understand this is going to stop it, but whatever. So they end up shutting down the servers running the simulation, so they stop it. But there's this twist ending that I was kind of iffy on. Like, right as it ends, like, after they shut the simulation down, Mulder and Scully are sitting there, like, chilling, like, the episode's over, we can relax. Langley just shows up on the phone again. Like, they didn't stop it, and he's like, you guys have to shut down the backups. And I was like, I really thought they did stop it, which I liked, because I'm like, oh, cool, Langley gets to live happily ever after. Mm-hmm. But, like, now Langley's just fucked. I'm like, that kind of sucks. I liked that it was a twist. I'm like, oh, that's a cool twist, but I'm like, oh.
Poor Langley.
And, like, I don't feel like they're going to follow up on it. You know what I mean? Like, if maybe there's another episode where they address this and they follow up.
It just, to you, doesn't seem like it was, like, big enough of a deal that where they would even bother to...
Dude, they have 10 episodes.
Yeah, that's true. If
Yeah,
this is like a 22-episode season, they'd probably be able to work it out.
It's 10 episodes. This isn't even part of the, like, mythology episodes where it's, like, the story arc. This is a standalone episode. They're not going to spend another one dealing with it, so it's like, that kind of sucks. It's the end and Langley's fucked, but whatever. I gave this 7 Sparkle Dogs.
7 Sparkle Dogs.
I enjoyed it. I liked it.
It's a solid like.
Yeah, it was definitely better than the last one. Definitely better than the last one. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was a fan.
How many Sparkle Dogs did the last one get?
I don't fucking know.
Dude, I was going to ask you the same thing about the Marvel movie this week. Like, what did I give last week? And I don't remember.
Did you? I don't know. I came prepared. See,
Dude, oh my god, you're
Yep.
on the ball.
That's this guy. That's me.
So is the official show's ranking going to be like an average Sparkle Dogs between our two ratings?
What?
So like say like you give it 8 Sparkle Dogs, and I give it 9 Sparkle Dogs. Will the average rating be like the official show's like rating on it, and then we'll have an official ratings of like Breakroom bullshits? Like,
Are you whispering?
I was kind of trailing off for you to pick up from that.
Oh, well, I mean, why don't we just have our own ratings? What do other shows do? Are they like, this is the episode's rating, or they just each like, this is what I thought?
I don't think anyone else ranks anything that.
There was one that you
They rate stuff. I don't think they rank it though. I can't recall any other podcast having rankings for the Marvel movies.
Yeah, but wait, so you're saying that we're going to have episode ratings or rankings or both?
We already have ratings.
Yeah, but there are individual ratings, not an episode one.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Fuck this shit. Move it on.
I just assumed we would each have our own rankings when we're done.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Wait, do you not want to do that? We need to discuss. We got to fix this.
I'm fine with either. I'm very neutral on the topic.
He seems very sad right now, everyone. This is his fake bullshit.
No, I mean I'm very neutral on the idea.
You're an asshole, dude.
Yep.
I didn't mean that. You suck fake. Okay, so you should let's talk about Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, dude, that movie was fucking hysterical. I love all the fourth wall breaks in that movie. Dude, Jason Lee plays 2 characters in that movie. He plays 2 separate characters. I really would have loved the scene where they interacted. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, you were You've been watching some of the Viewers Universe movies, and
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you to fucking watch this one because I'm like, dude, it has so many fucking references to the other one, and characters and shit. And I was like, dude, it's gonna be so fucking funny.
Dude, I watched Clerks months ago, and I maybe a year ago now, and I immediately bought it, and I've watched it at least twice a month since. It's a fucking great movie, very relatable. And whenever I watched Chasing Amy was good.
Because you work at the.
Why are you doing that?
I'm just gonna edit it out.
I don't like that you just did that. You're gonna edit all of this out, right? Whatever. It wasn't even relevant to what was happening.
Because you said, yeah, it was because you said it was relatable because you work at a theater.
Are you still doing it? How? I don't work. Clerks don't work at a movie theater.
But they work with customers like we do.
I hate you. You're definitely editing that.
We'll see what happens.
I hate you.
This is what they're gonna hear when they're gonna be. You work at beep. I'll put beeps in
Can
there.
you put it like dinosaurs roaring?
Maybe I'll do a beep and then a dinosaur roaring for the second one. We just don't want to get sued. That's all it is.
But yeah, we do work with customers, and it's a very relatable thing. That
Anyway, let's move on. Oh yeah, we're talking about Jason Bob, not Clerks.
well, yeah, but I mean, it all connects in the Buick universe.
It does. Did you watch the post-credit scene? You
my God.
You fucking cocksucker.
I fucked up. Pause.
Why? Oh, you're gonna watch it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that we just watched it. That I was explaining that's God from the end of Dogma shutting the book on the Viewers universe because this was supposed to be the last movie with any of those characters in it. He didn't plan on making any more movies with Jay and Silent Bob, any more Viewers universe movies. That's why it was him shutting the book. And then he made Jersey Girl, and it bombed. And I think he says like when he was making Jersey Girl, he kind of got a renewed love for the characters and was like, what would they be doing now? So that's what made him end up doing Clerks 2.
Wait, so they're in Jersey Girls too?
No.
Oh.
But I guess just whenever he was doing stuff for the movie, something happened, and I don't remember.
So Dogma's owned by someone else, right?
That's what you were telling me.
Yeah, like because because they have the other movies in combo packs, and that's how I have Jay and Silent Bob with a Clerks and Chasing Amy combo pack, and I was looking like well maybe Clerks 2 is with Dogma and stuff, and it's not.
That's
Clerks
bullshit.
2 is with Zach and Miri. Am I saying
Zach and Marie make a porno.
Zach and Marie? I don't fucking know, man.
Zach and Marie make a porno.
Yeah, I mean
Zach and Marie fuck lots.
I think I forget who it is, but someone else owns Dogma, and that's why I haven't watched that as of recent. I watched it a long time ago. I just didn't remember like any of it.
So how many Sparkle Dogs did Jay and Silent Bob? You said you're going to do it for every movie you watch. I'm not doing that though.
Jay and Silent Bob probably get a solid nine Sparkle Dogs, dude. It was good. Clerks got like I would say 10. Just
10?
Yeah. Chasing Amy's probably around like 6. Mallrats is.
You're just going.
10.
You're just going down the
10.
list here.
Yeah. I wanted to say how it like compared to the other ones. So,
dude, Mallrats has probably it has a moment that happens every time I watch it. I laugh out loud. I've seen it a dozen times.
Is it the chocolate pretzel?
No.
Oh, okay.
Whenever it's so funny. Whenever he's walking and he just turns around and hits the fucking thing and falls over, and he's like, "What's going on here?" It makes me laugh so hard every time. But dude, Jansen Bob has so many just like funny quotable lines. I'll take a shot in the mouth that'll get me a few miles down the road, like George Carlin.
Dude, all the cameos in that movie are
There's
insane.
so many.
I didn't realize that was Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher either.
Yeah, there's so fucking many cameos.
Took me a moment.
Dude, all the stuff with Ben Affleck is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Moviepoopshoot.com. Dude, it's so fucking funny. But yeah, it's great. So I guess that's all we have to say about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah.
It's a good flick.
Why is
No, what'd you do with your fucking run sheet, dude?
confused?
What'd you do with your run sheet, bruh?
Did you do something
I
here?
didn't touch your run sheet, bruh.
Oh.
Oh, that's weird. It's right underneath your other... You have 3 whole fucking papers. You can't keep track of them. 3.
Wait, this is Phoenix Forgotten. What the fuck is
right.
that?
That's what we're talking about in the next one.
Alright. Whatever. Alright. We'll be back after this break.
Oh, you really don't fucking do anything wrong.
I get scared.
Fucking gay. Hey, we're back, baby.
Oh, you late bugs.
Lordy B.
Lordy B.
You want to call him right now?
I mean, if you want, I don't care.
Alright, let's try it. It's time for the 4 a.m. chat. What's it called?
It's called the 4 a.m. chat.
Okay, let's see here.
I'll think of a better name for
Do we
it.
have to get permission to put him on since we're making so much fucking money? We're just rich, man. Alright.
That's Greg.
Yeah,
I thought you said Tito.
you gotta talk to him first.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna answer.
I think he'll answer.
I don't think anyone will.
I'm sorry, but the
He
person
said,
you
"Fuck
called
off."
has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
We can't even leave him at. What a fit. Okay, we're gonna strike that segment from the history of this fucking show.
That was disappointing.
No, that was very
You
disappointing.
fucked us, Greg.
What were you gonna ask him?
I
Stop eating on the fucking show.
Sorry.
Fucking shoving nuts in your mouth. That's not even a joke.
Dude, I didn't have anything planned at all.
I was gonna ask him what his review of Iron Man 2 was.
That would have been genius.
I know. I am a genius. Though.
Oh, right.
Hey, you know what it's time for? Our review of Iron Man 2.
Anything else, boss?
I'm good.
No,
huh?
I'll be just another minute.
I lost both the kids in the divorce. Nothing.
Let's do this. All right.
Oh, let me get my notes.
Good thing you got your... I like these notes better. Don't you feel accomplished once you're done with them, though, and you have them?
Dude, I did, but I also feel like I can't go back and edit them.
Well,
I mean, I can, but, like, I don't know.
Well, you can edit them
Doesn't
just as
feel
much
right.
as writing on a piece of fucking paper.
Whatever.
Okay, everyone.
I can just write more here. Just be like, hey,
Why can't
this is a penis right there.
Why can't you do that on the other one? Because you can't see it because it's underneath another paper. Is that why? It's inaccessible.
Because it wouldn't match. You're dumb.
You're dumb. Okay, so this week we're continuing our Marvel movie review marathon leading up to Infinity War. This week it's we're watching them in chronological order. So this week's Iron Man 2, next week's Incredible Hulk. So Iron Man 2, the synopsis for everyone who's never heard of this movie, we'll tell you what it's about. With the world now aware that he is Iron Man, Tony Stark faces pressure from all sides to share his technology with the military. He is reluctant. He is not sure if he wants to give the information to the secrets of his armored suits.
Reluctant.
He doesn't want to give he's reluctant to divulge the secrets of his armored suit. Fearing I just did something that Taz does all the time, and I get annoyed by it.
What? Not
Purposely mess up words to try and sound funny, but it's clearly contrived.
Whatever.
Fearing the information will fall into the wrong hands, with Pepper Potts and Rhodey by his side, Tony must forge new alliances with black-white supremacists. That's from Chappelle's Show.
Cool.
Okay, here we go. What's your first note, fucker?
Dude, I thought
Go.
this isn't cool.
This isn't cool.
The Stark Expo is a perfect example.
I got stuff before that
of how great Robert Downey Jr. is as fucking Tony Stark. Like, just how, like, tool bag he is when he comes out on stage.
Yeah, like, conceited.
It's so great.
Full of himself.
Dude, and you can just, I don't know, like, you can tell he's not, like, faking it. He, like, genuinely just enjoys being the character, it seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he doesn't, and he's just a really fucking good actor, but...
Well, regardless, they did a great job casting him, that's for damn fucking sure.
Oh my god. Dude, there's only been so many times that I've, like, seen a character and been like, that's the perfect fucking actor. Like, he's one of them. Maybe Patrick Stewart as Dr. Xavier.
Yeah, that's one for sure.
What's his name is Wolverine.
What do you think about Chris Evans as Captain America?
I like it a lot, but I don't think he, like...
You don't envision him?
I think it's possible to find someone better. The people I'm naming, I don't think you can find someone better for these roles.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, I don't think you can outperform fucking Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier, or outperform Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. It's just, they embody the character so fucking well that it's just... I can't see anyone else doing as good of a job.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hugh Jackman's debatable in Wolverine. Some people like to complain about his stature.
His size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of... He's too short to be Wolverine. I mean, he's too tall to be Wolverine.
That's a Wolverine I grew up with. He was... I was, like, 6 when the first X-Men movie came out? So, like, I've known him as Wolverine my entire life.
I never knew Wolverine was supposed to be short until people complained.
Exactly.
I had no idea. My first note is that I like the opening with the dialogue and the news conference footage from the first one.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's kind of reminding us of how the last one ended, and it's also tying it into the Ivan character and his story. Like the montage, you know what I mean? It like kind of leads into the thing with his dad.
It meshed it together very well.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I also enjoyed the Ivan montage with him creating the Whiplash suit. And showing what Iron Man's kind of been up to since the last movie, like being a good superhero and whatnot, world beat, blah, 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 all that stuff. So they got all that stuff in a really, I thought it was done in a really well-done way.
Fantastic, yeah.
I was listening to the commentary, and Jon Favreau was talking about how Mickey Rourke's main thing about this whole movie was he kept asking if the shot was in, with him having the bird drink out of the cup.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, he wanted to be in the movie. That's all he cared about. Like,
That's really funny.
Yeah, he wanted that shot to be in the movie, which is kind of funny because one of the things I remember about his character is that bird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like, get this guy's fucking bird or something.
The love of the bird.
Dude, like, after seeing, what was that movie based off Tommy Wiseau? Disaster Artist. I can't, like, stop seeing Mickey Rourke playing. I know he didn't play it in there, but, like, I can't stop seeing it. He just looks like fucking Tommy Wiseau to me for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know what any of those things mean.
The Room.
Like,
you didn't watch The Room.
I don't understand The Room. I don't understand that. I'm like, I don't know. All right, now we'll pause our review of The Room. Let's get back to Iron Man 2. The introduction of Justin Hammer in the court scene. Okay, one of my favorite things of this movie, by far, is Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer. I fucking love him in this movie.
Dude, he's funny.
He's so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
He does such a great job with the character. Like, the character is such a douchebag, but just so fucking funny. Like, just looks he gives. Like, this is later, but like, just the look he gives whenever like Tony Stark like gets in the car to race it. Like, he's just so great as a character.
That was a good shot there too. Whenever he gets in the car and you see him look at the TV, and it's almost like Tony's looking at him in the room.
And then his face, like, what? Like, it's so funny. Like, he's so fucking great as a character. But another thing I had about that courtroom scene is I love how the pilot in the video basically gets his just torso broken, and he spins around, and Hammer's just like, I just want to point out that test pilot survived.
Oh my god, that's a really funny moment.
It is. Like, his character has so many fucking funny moments. My favorite, probably in the whole movie of anyone, is later, which I'll go over, but...
That courtroom scene is, really great for so many different reasons. Like, when Tony makes him look like an idiot by hijacking, like, the feed on the screen.
Yeah.
That's such a great moment.
It is. The fuck you buddy line, that was improv. That wasn't even in the script.
Yeah,
That was
I heard about that.
Yeah, he just added it, but it is a great scene. Like Tony Stark's great in it. It gets across the point of like how no one should have the technology, and a lot of great plot points too.
That gets bleeped, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. For some reason, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, he was saying how he's like, I figured I could just bleep it since it should be on TV anyway, so it made sense.
Did you notice? I think it was actually more towards the beginning. Olivia Munn is a reporter.
I don't know who that is. He mentioned her.
It's the chick who plays Psylocke.
He mentioned her in the commentary. I didn't know who that was, so I didn't notice it.
Yeah, she plays Psylocke in X-Men Apocalypse. So, with the merging of these two universes, they'll.
I mean,
who knows if they're going to keep the continuity? So they probably won't.
They also pull this bullshit where they're like, "Oh, Spider-Man was that kid from Iron Man 2." Like, shut the fuck up. That shit annoys me.
Well, no, I don't think it's like something
planned.
Yeah, it's not a planned thing by any means.
But it's something they can be like, "Hey, that's who that was."
I don't think they could.
I don't think they would do that.
I don't think they could based off the Psylocke character and what we were given. It'd be a really fucking far stretch.
You may have pointed this out to me a little bit, or straight on and just tell me if I'm hacking you here. It's super ironic in this movie that he's trying to stop the government from getting the Iron Man suit, and in Civil War he signs his services over to the government.
Read that note right there.
We need to
not letting it. He basically doesn't like. He's fighting in this movie not to become like a civil servant. Is that the correct term? Yeah, like a servant of the government and working for the government. And yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think that it's great because from the first Iron Man,
I'm not against it. I just had trouble explaining it there.
Like, it's perfect because from the beginning of Iron Man, his whole character's story is taking responsibility. Like, taking responsibility for his company in the first one. You know what I mean? Trying to take responsibility for his technology in the second one, not letting it fall in the wrong hands. And then it all leads to, like, trying to take responsibility for their actions.
In that Civil War.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Did you tell me that before we watched the movie? You did?
I did. I think I talked about it maybe on the... Did I talk about it for the first Iron Man review?
Maybe.
That's possible.
It is. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure Gable told me this. I'm going to give him credit when I say it because I think he did. But I was thinking of it too when I was watching it.
Yeah, it's definitely he's on the flip side of the coin here. He's fighting not to. I mean, there are similarities and there's differences. He's taking responsibility, but at the same time, in this one particularly, he's trying not to let the the suit fall into the government's hands.
Yeah, because he can't control what they'll do with it.
Yeah.
And then in this, they're clearly trying to portray it as like the government just wants it so they can have a weapon.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's all about where the director's taking you, what trip they're taking you on in this movie. Whether it's from the angle of the government helping or government being very war prone.
Yeah.
That's always been a Iron Man thing, is the very war prone government. Yeah.
You know what I forgot when I was watching this, that Scarlett Johansson was even in it, but we'll get to that later.
Dude, I forget that every fucking time.
So do I. One thing that I thought was really cool in this movie is that Pepper gets pissed off because he donates their entire art collection to the Boy Scouts of America. But what's really funny is in the first movie, there's a scene where Pepper is asking him about a piece of art. He's like, "Just buy it. I need it. Just buy it and store it."
Oh, that's a good tie-in.
It's a really cool, callback to that one, because I was like, that's really cool, because in the last one they were just talking about his art collection and how they bought a piece for it, and now in this one, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of...
I can't tell you how many times I've read online, like, the small things that are pointed out like that in these Marvel movies. They do a fantastic job at shit like that.
Like I mentioned in the last Iron Man review, the green stuff he was drinking served no purpose in Iron Man 1. It's a pivotal plot point in this one.
Yeah.
It's really cool how they do that.
Not to bring it back to... I mean, I'm purposely doing this, but to bring it back to the View Askew universe, whenever they're talking about, like, the dead girl in one movie and in another movie, that's another example of when they do shit like that that's really cool, and I love seeing that in movies.
Yeah, like in Mallrats, they talk about her, and that's the funeral they went to.
That's the funeral they went to in Clerks. And don't they mention it in the bar in Chasing Amy?
They mention it in Chasing Amy as well, yeah. That's really, it's like, because it's bonus. Like, you watch the movies, and you watch it again, you're like, I watch it again, and I got a bonus, like, little thing.
It's cool. It's definitely awesome for the fans whenever they do stuff like that.
Agreed. I love the scene where he makes her the CEO of his company. Like, just her reaction to it.
Oh my god, the dialogue between the two of them when it happens is perfect.
And then he says it, and she's just like, she's speechless. She just sits down. It's like a great moment. I love that moment. She's just like speechless.
All right, we may have went over this in the last movie, but who's your superior, or in the last Iron Man review, who's the superior roadie?
I prefer Terrence Howard.
Okay, I'm on the flip side of the coin. I completely prefer Don Cheadle. I'm a Don Cheadle fan in this argument.
It's just his face. I don't know. It's something about his face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't like the way he looks.
I think I think the joke delivery by him is much better than Terrence Howard's. I understand I could probably take Terrence Howard a little more seriously, but
he seems like more of a dick to me than Terrence. Whenever I don't know,
dude, Terrence Howard seems more like of a dick to me. Yeah,
he just seems like such an arrogant dick to me in this. Like, he seems so arrogant. I don't know. To each their own.
Although it is really funny in that first movie whenever they're on the jet and like, it seems real serious when they get on the jet, and then when they're getting off, it's like a bunch of girls dancing.
Like all the Asian strippers.
Yeah.
That was in my dream. The stuff with Tony and Pepper in the movie is great. All their stuff together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just as good as the first one, if not better. I love it. There's just so many funny moments with them together in the movie. It's like moment after. There's just so many fucking funny moments. Scarlett Johansson is so fucking hot. So hot. So hot. Dude, whenever she's bending over to get in the ring. Oh.
Dude, I have that moment where she fights Happy. How funny it is when he takes her down.
Everyone's like Pepper's reaction, like he just died. It's really fucking funny. Yeah, that whole thing's funny. It wasn't Happy like I fell. He said he fell.
Yeah,
that was a really funny scene.
Do you have any bad things to say about this movie so far?
So far, no.
I feel like it's just a bunch of circle jerking here.
I mean, the movie's good.
Yeah, it is a good movie.
A lot of people. I'll go for that. I actually have something to say later. I'm gonna
say something long and drowned out right now. I need to get more water.
I thought the introduction of Whiplash in the race scene was badass. I loved it. I thought it was kind of silly, though. This is kind of going over that whole sequence of scenes. I thought it was kind of silly that Happy is driving the wrong way on this racetrack and not getting hit head on by tons of cars. This is something negative. You asked me to say something negative. I'm getting into the negative stuff right now, actually. I thought that was kind of silly. Like, it was like, I understand we're watching a superhero movie, but I was like, dude, you're right. You're driving the wrong way with Formula 1, like 500 race cars going a billion miles an hour. You're just dodging them all. This is dumb. Like, whatever. It was a small thing, but here's something that this is a gripe I have with the movie that has never made any sense to me. I never understood how Happy running into Whiplash and smashing him against a fucking guardrail didn't crush him and kill him.
Yeah,
he fucking smashes him into a guardrail. He didn't even get paralyzed or crippled or anything. And then he fucking backs up and smashes into him like 2 more fucking times. Yeah. And he's like, what up? He just gets up. He's like, I'm fine.
He works out.
That's all I thought, like, oh, maybe the suit's protecting him somehow. Mm. But, like, no. Like, below his waist, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand how he's just fine. I never got it. Do you think of it?
I don't have any explanation for you there.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Dude, Whiplash is not... He's very low on my list of...
Dude, there's tons of negative notes now. I don't remember this, but go on.
Yeah, I mean, Whiplash... You know how I have that thing about, like, the villain being, like, the exact same thing as the hero?
What's funny is that Iron Man does that for the first 2 movies, and the third one it doesn't. And that's the one I hate, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always a bad thing. Like, there's good examples of like when it like works out, like the Flash and the Reverse Flash. Like, there's good examples of like when it's not shitty, but like There's nothing entertaining about Whiplash to me at all. There's nothing entertaining about Ironmonger to me. There's nothing entertaining about Yellow Jacket to me. They're very boring, like one-dimensional characters.
Well, I think the issue is like I don't think the characters are are one-dimensional until they become the super villain. Like what the fuck was the dude's name that Jeff Bridges played?
Warmonger.
No,
right?
the dude.
It's something stupid like that.
Okay,
whatever.
well, anyway, like I thought his character was like he had a history with Tony. I thought he was a really good character, but then when he puts on the suit, it's like, oh, look, it's a bigger Iron Man.
Yeah, you're right.
Like Mickey Rourke, I like his backstory and everything with all of that. I like his character, but then it's like, oh, he has a suit and it's got whips. With, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, give me something. I don't know.
Yeah, something different, so you're not looking at like bad Iron Man. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying completely. Do you have anything before the party? I'm going to the party scene next.
It was just a stupid comment about the racetrack. It reminds me of the Cars 2 racing game for the Wii. I hated the Cars 2 movie, but the game on the Wii was like one of the funnest things ever that I'd play fucking forever.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all I had.
This is why they listen. I liked the actual scene. Like I liked him like destroying the cars. I liked the whole conference. I liked the scene. It was just a lot of the things that made no sense and it kind of annoyed me.
Another thing that the racing scene reminded me of, and it might be because I've watched this animated movie a whole bunch of times, is The Dark Knight Returns, the opening with the racing. Yeah, just the racing. I don't know why I can't like connect superheroes and IndyCar racing without thinking of Dark Knight Returns movie, the opening.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What do you get?
I think I meant to have more to talk about for that, but I only wrote a shitty note, and that's I didn't. I was like, I felt like I had somewhere to go with that, and I didn't write any more. Mickey Rourke's not. Yeah, we already kind of went over it. Like even like Mickey Rourke himself as that character is not very entertaining at all to me. There's something about Mickey Rourke's face and I don't know delivery that's not very like the bird thing is the most entertaining thing about him is his interaction with that bird.
Yeah.
And then any other time I hear him giving dialogue, I'm like, I don't care.
I don't care, he says. Okay, we're gonna go over the party scene. Okay, everything from the moment the party starts to the scene with him in the donut shop, I hate it all. Like, the stuff with him being a douchebag at the party just annoyed me. The shot of Iron Man after they start fighting, looking at the party goers, leaning forward and just yelling, and they run away. I was like, this is so fucking cheesy and dumb. He just leaned forward a tad, and he's like, ugh, and they're like, ugh. I'm like, this is so fucking dumb. I thought that was stupid. I hated the stuff with him and Rhodey fighting. I'm not a fan of fighting between characters that are supposed to be friends. Getting along just as a cheap, easy way to create drama. It's completely unnecessary. Like, they could have gotten to the same place in the story without all that being in it. They didn't need any of that, and it would have made no difference. Like, if you cut out the entire party scene and the Rhodey fight, and the government just takes the suit off of him somehow, and then Fury just finds Stark bummed out because he's dying, bam, same thing. You don't need any of that shit. None of it serves any purpose.
I see your point.
It's good, like, whenever I've listened to a lot of commentaries on Star Trek: The Next Generation, and this is completely related, trust me. And the writers talked about how they hated writing The Next Generation when it first started because Roddenberry wouldn't let them have characters not get along. Because it's the 24th century, and all of the main characters on the crew should be getting along. And they're like, it was impossible to write stories with drama, because you can't write drama without conflict. We just couldn't do it. We hated it, blah, blah, blah. And then the one dude, Brandon Braga's like, I loved it. I thought it was a challenging way to try and create drama without just have them fighting. Because that's an easy way to create drama, is just make them hate each other. And I hate it. In the Avengers, I didn't have a problem because it was before they knew each other and stuff. Like Thor.
Yeah, they're all kind of getting to know each other.
And then once they get together, they're a team. I fucking hate when teams, like the Ninja Turtles, Raphael's always a fucking dick. The X-Men, Wolverine's always a fucking dick. I just hate when people are just fighting with each other. I hate it. It's just so annoying to me. That's why I hated that scene. I just hated the fact that Rhodes and him were just fighting, and it was completely unnecessary, and they just did it to create drama. Like I said, they could have got the exact same effect without even having it happen.
All right.
So it just annoyed me.
All right. Sparkle Dog check. What was your Sparkle Dog on Batman vs Superman?
I gotta watch it. What is wrong with you?
Just out of curiosity, we're talking about friends fighting.
I don't know. If I had to, I can't give you a solid one, like a 5 or a 6.
Dude, the entire movie is about like the super best friends, like the best super friends ever fighting.
In the movie's defense, they're never friends in that universe until they're done fighting.
It's dumb.
I can't argue that point. It's dumb. It's stupid. Your face smells like ass. You're dumb.
You're in this established universe where it's been like 40 years. Batman's like way past his prime, and he's never met Superman yet, and they're fighting. This is dumb. Whatever.
Back to Iron Man
you're right.
too. I really want to fuck Scarlett Johansson.
Did you say that yet?
I said she was hot.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter. I can say as many times as I fucking want because she's so hot.
Okay, just checking. I was just making sure if you knew you said that.
Of all the reasons Ryan Reynolds is so great, didn't he fuck Scarlett Johansson? I think they dated for a while. He got to fuck Scarlett Johansson.
You might be right.
I think he did.
You might be right.
I mean, I'd fuck Ryan Reynolds. I can't blame her at all.
I'm in line.
But yeah, that whole sequence of that fight, that was my major problem with the movie, by far.
Okay.
So.
I feel like this is the first. We kind of got introduced to S.H.I.E.L.D. in the last movie, but not really.
Yeah.
I think we got a more fuller taste of S.H.I.E.L.D. in this movie. How do you feel about that?
Well, this is introduction to Nick Fury in an actual role.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because before...
More or less cameos before.
Yeah, before he just had cameos. This is the first time you actually get Nick Fury in the actual movie, yeah. I loved it. I thought it was great. Like, I didn't have... so many people don't like this movie. Like it's
Iron Man 2?
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people like, I didn't like Iron Man 2. I'm like, I don't get it.
I understand it because it's definitely not as riveting as the first movie.
Well, I have some reasons as to why in my next notes that we'll go over here, which sounds like it might be what you're talking about. But in regards to introducing S.H.I.E.L.D., introducing Black Widow, introducing Nick Fury, I didn't feel like they tried to cram too much stuff in. I felt like it all flowed fine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I agree. It was the perfect amount of that in there. It wasn't, it wasn't too much or too little. It was just the right amount of touch in there to get the plot moving as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that then? Or?
Well, here's my favorite thing about this movie, other than I get to look at Scarlett Johansson, is the character stuff. Like the stuff with Tony and Pepper together, even just character stuff with Ivan. Hammer, like getting to meet Black Widow, like finding out about Tony's dad. You know what I mean? Stuff with Tony and his dad, and just all the dialogue with I think the dialogue in this movie is just so well written throughout the whole movie and performed. I think people just wanted not just a bunch of action. Like they just wanted I think people's main issue with this movie is there's too much dialogue and character stuff in the movie, and they're just like. It's 2.5 hours and not like a whole lot happens.
Yeah, there's not a whole bunch of him in the suit now that you mentioned that.
I think that's a lot of people's issue with the movie. But like, what's funny is that's my favorite stuff in the movie is all the character stuff with him. Like I love it. So I think that's fuck them, fuck those people.
He is Iron Man.
Yeah,
Iron Man is not him.
Yeah, fuck those people.
I really enjoyed the Howard Stark video. How that hinted at
me too
the larger stuff going on. It was clearly a Walt Disney World spoof with the older videos of Walt looking over like Epcot specifically.
Yeah.
So it was kind of I guess some foreshadowing for them since Disney later bought them.
Well, they can tell the future. They're like the Simpsons.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought that he went to the office to get that and not to just solely see Pepper.
Dude, I also thought that. Now that you said, like, I mean, I know he didn't, but like when you said that, I'm like, fuck, that You're right.
Like he didn't go there with any intentions of that model at all.
No,
like
he kind of was just on the way out the door and just noticed it.
Because I'm always like, I thought that's why he went, but he went just to see Pepper.
Yeah,
but,
more good Pepper building shit.
Oh, dude, like that scene is great, dude. This is skipping ahead. Oh, there, the scene where they're at the office and Pepper's super pissed at him. He realizes that Romanoff and Happy are both working for her now, and he goes, "I lost both kids in the divorce." It's so fucking funny. Like, it's such a funny line.
Oh my god!
And he laughs. He's just like, "Oh, all right, never mind." It's so great. But dude, one thing that skipped over, the setup with Hammer's missile, the ex-wife, that's supposed to be badass. That was good. You know what I mean? Because it pays off way later at the end, where he fires the missile and it's just a fucking dud.
Yeah.
So they set it up where he's just like fucking saying it's the best thing of all time, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That was a good little build up for that. But okay, here comes.
Wait, I wanted to mention more about The Office.
You do. I'm sorry.
I think it's really cool how in the last movie she had to sneak in. That's the exact same office she had to sneak into, and I think it's cool that she's now running that office.
I didn't even think of that.
That's so cool.
Well done.
Yep, I did it.
You did it. You're good at this.
I did a thing.
All you gotta do is talk down less, and you'll be perfect.
And then whenever she's talking to Tony, in the office, Tony's just distracted by that fucking thing on the desk. And I realized that I wasn't even listening to what was going on because I was looking at that fucking thing and trying to figure out how it worked.
Yeah.
I was just as distracted as he was.
That was a thing where I guess it was just happened to be on the set, and they were like, "This is funny," and they just put it there.
Dude,
in front of him.
I want to get one now, just to watch it move around.
The best moment is when he puts all this stuff there and it just keeps going and he gives up. It's so fucking funny. You have anything else before the expo?
It's really cool that his dad hid the element in the design of the thing. I already said that.
I mean, it is, but it's like he's really banking on Tony figuring this out. Like,
he believed in him. He believed in him.
Do you think he had it in his will somewhere? Someone in S.H.I.E.L.D. give him this stuff, or else, like,
yeah,
they never gave him that.
I think, if anything, I think he would have found it out, but I think the timing, it's kind of like your complaint with the Rita Repulsa thing, is like the timing is just way too perfect in the movie.
Too convenient, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, my favorite scene and part of the entire movie by far is Justin Hammer dancing on the stage. It might be like the greatest thing I've ever seen, where he just dancing and he's doing this like jig and you even remember it? They're playing this song. It's like
what scene is this?
In the expo when he's on stage at the expo. He's introducing,
yeah.
and they're playing the song. He's just like fucking dancing and like doing the moonwalk and shit. Like, it's so fucking funny. How did this not stand out to you?
I don't know.
It's my favorite moment in the whole movie. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Dude, I don't remember that scene very well. I don't remember that happening very well.
Did you sleep through it?
No.
That's
helping. You really jogged my memory there, Dave.
That's disappointing. You don't remember the best part of the... You don't remember the best part of the movie.
You like that part. It was a good part. Now let's move on to your next note.
Yeah, but that's the best part. You don't remember it. You
forgot
the best part. How'd you forget about the best part?
I don't know.
That's so fun.
I'm gonna have to break out another Mountain Dew here. I'm going quietly into that good night.
I want to fuck Scarlett Johansson and then fuck Black Widow. No. Because if I fuck Black Widow first, like, I'm gonna have, like, she's badass. I'm gonna feel like a bitch, and I won't be able to perform for Scarlett Johansson because Black Widow's so badass. You see?
Yes.
So if I fuck Scarlett Johansson first, then I fuck Black. Who cares about Black Widow? We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
You say so.
We're good.
Dude, whenever... are you going to talk more about the expo? Do you have anything else to say about this expo at the end here?
No.
Okay. Whenever they do finally go in a pursuit of what they need here, and Scarlett Johansson and Happy are going in to break into that place, one of the funniest moment for me is after Scarlett Johansson gets done, Happy finally beats that one guy who's beaten up. He's like, I got him, we're good, and then she has a trail of bodies laid out across the floor.
What are you talking
You're being
about?
a dick on purpose.
That lasted for half of a second, and you caught me.
Yeah.
No, dude, I know you're
I already knew it was going to happen as I was saying it, and you were looking at me.
That's just because I was staring at you is how you knew.
Yeah.
You're a dick. No, that part was really funny. And then the one guy's hanging from his neck and like kicking around. The scene of them fighting all the bots in the garden or wherever the fuck they were. I don't even know where they were. That was really cool, especially the part where he shoots the one-off laser and they all just like fucking die.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Good writing that include like, I can only use that once.
Yeah, and it's even logical that he would wait till they're all close and you know what I mean? He's going to kill them all.
Good writing, just that small little line of dialogue. That's all you need.
We talked about that. Yeah, that's that one little thing.
I enjoyed in the last movie the callback that was earlier in the movie about him freezing up and that being an issue, and that's how he defeats him in the first movie. I know you didn't like the fight with Rhodey in this movie, but that same thing that happened when they collided, I liked how that was a callback here, and that's how they ended up, because they were fighting before, and now they work together to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, that was a cool setup. Okay, so Rhodey, maybe this is a perfect reason. I don't know. This isn't Don Cheadle's fault, but this is why I hate the John Cheadle Rhodey. He really fucking annoyed me at the end of the movie. When he says he's going to borrow the suit, and Stark's like, no, and he's like, I wasn't asking, and takes it and leaves.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
He seems like a smug douchebag. It's not John Cheadle's fault.
I guess that's writing, but...
You're such a badass now. Like, fuck you, dude. You fucking dickhole fucker.
I didn't take it as like a serious thing. I took it as more of like a him goofing with Tony type thing.
I don't know, he's a douche.
Do you have anything else on this?
The Hulk footage was cool. Like whenever they're sitting in the office and you see the stuff from Incredible Hulk happening in that room at the end.
Yes.
It was the same time Justin Hammer was dancing.
Are you doing a thing to trick me?
No, you don't remember this?
Not very well right now.
Wherever they're sitting in the office, or they're sitting in that room, and Nick Fury's talking to Stark about
about him rejecting Tony instead of that. Where's the footage at?
It's just playing on is it
like in the background?
No, it's like on the right. It's like kind of in the foreground.
I didn't even notice.
It's like in the front right. It's just the university where they're reporting what's happening at the university with the Hulk and everything.
Man, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, they show that, and then apparently like all the maps they showed, all the blips are like important parts of the Marvel Universe. Like there's a blip in Africa where Black Panther would be. There's a blip in New Mexico with Thor and stuff. It's all like...
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
The Thor's hammer post-credit scene was cool, obviously.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
I agree. The only other thing I like to talk about in this, which I won't even have the same... I know I won't have the same note for. I had the same note for in the first one, but I know it's not going to be in the third one because I remember... having an issue with this is the great music in this one.
I was so close to just upcutting and being like, dude, I hated the music in this because I saw your note. I was like, I don't want to make him sad.
Dude, like, I just remember how the fucking next one opens with the I'm Blue song.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, this is not AC/DC.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, so let's go ahead and give this a rating. What do you want to rate this?
Well, what did I give the first one?
I don't know.
You do know. We already talked.
These are mine. I don't know what you gave the first one.
You didn't write mine down?
How would I know yours?
I thought you would write them down on the same note.
I took these from the ones that I had written down on my computer from my reviews.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm giving...
I have no idea what
whatever.
You gave the first
Without
one.
that, I'm probably going to give this one 7 Sparkle Dogs. 7 Sparkle Dogs.
Huh. So you like the first one better, probably? Since I don't remember what you gave it.
Yeah. I think I gave the first one 9.
You should probably keep track of these things.
How do I go back and figure that out now? Well, I think I gave Cap 10 and Iron Man 9. And I gave this one 7. So.
Huh. I gave this one 8 Sparkle Dogs, which is the same as the first Iron Man. So yeah. So we need to give our rankings so far.
I have Captain America up at top, then Iron Man, then Iron Man 2.
I have Captain America at top, followed by Iron Man 2, followed by Iron Man.
I don't believe you.
I like this one better.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I do. I like this one better. I like this one a lot, dude.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah, fuck you, man. You're gonna be a fucking dick about it.
So, what's next on the agenda here?
Now we have to go over.
I don't think we're good on time like you think we are.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
This is the end of the episode. This is
Oh,
the end.
give next week's preview. Okay.
What you think all this was?
I don't know.
As you read the run sheet too. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna give next week's preview as to what's on there. We're gonna have Gable's comic book review. We're just gonna call it Gable's comic review and just shorten it up to save time. Gable's comic review.
Saves so much time there.
Yeah. Then we're gonna continue our Marvel movie marathon with the Incredible Hulk review, and we're also gonna have another episode of the X-Files review.
Sick.
Yeah, dude. So that's it for this one. Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, Breakroom BS. There's a space there, Breakroom BS, and subscribe. Links to everything's on there. We have links to our Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. If for some reason you're going to go from one place where you could listen to it and then go to SoundCloud instead, that makes sense. You fucking
You fucking
dumbasses.
idiots.
Instead do that, then I suppose. It's very, very shortly here. We're only going to have just the new episode on SoundCloud, and we're getting rid of all the old ones. So everything's going to be on YouTube, but we'll have the new one on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud will die.
And that's it. SoundCloud's going down, man. It's like fucking Red Team.
Spoiler alert.
Down, down, down. SoundCloud's going down.
I gave the spoiler alert on time this week,
down,
right?
down. Yeah. We gave it at the beginning, you silly fag.
Yeah. I don't think you can say that word.
No offense to cigarettes or bundles of sticks out there. I'm not trying to cause any trouble.
All right, let's move along.
All right, so that's it. You guys have yourself a great week.
All right, and we'll be back for our next segment.
What? It didn't make any sense.